People pleasers aren't kind. They're afraid. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Adam Lane Smith because that is so facts. And that's crazy because as a former people pleaser, I definitely concur and agree with this. Because listen, like, it's like people pleasers are afraid of letting disappointing people. That's literally what a people pleaser is. So you will literally avoid, you'll go against your own feelings to please other people because you're afraid of them getting upset. You're afraid of letting them down. You're just afraid of the reaction. You know what I'm saying? And that this is like, people will think, oh, you're nice. You're so nice. You're so kind. No, they're not nice. They're not kind. They're scared. They're scared of what the other person is going to say or do. That's all a people pleaser is. And I had to learn that, like, wait a minute. My feelings, I matter too. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be afraid of what their reaction or response is going to be just because I say no. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to start saying no and not feeling guilty about saying no, right? That's how you learn how to fix your people pleasing. You know what I'm saying? And usually you're a people pleaser because it usually stems from childhood. Like, you usually, like a parent, let's say like your parent, you know what I'm saying? Like, they punished, you got reprimanded when you didn't satisfy your parent, you know, whatever they needed you to do or get done, or however you were supposed to impress them, however you were supposed to make them happy or whatever, you didn't do. There was a lot of times you didn't do that. You know, you tried to make them, like, they would always scold you and reprimand you for doing something. So they made you feel like you were always doing something wrong. And so you always felt this need to have to overextend yourself and overdo it. And you would always have to feel the need to, like, say yes and to please, because you were programmed from very early on that if you say no or you don't make other people happy, that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't do what they say or you don't acknowledge your feelings, you know, like, that's not a good thing. So you were programmed from early on to be afraid of letting people down. And that's what makes you a people pleaser. It doesn't mean that you have a big heart. You might have a big heart, but it could also mean that you just are scared of how other people are going to react or view you, you know? And once you come to that realization, it's going to, like, really open your mind up. Because, like, I'm telling y'all, like, I would literally, like, people would come to me, ask me for favors or do this or do that, and I really didn't want to do it. And here I am just saying yes anyway. Or here I am going all out for somebody. Like, maybe they asked me to drive them to the store, but now we're going here, there, and all over town, wasting all my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and instead of me saying no, now I'm stressed out because I was afraid to say no. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was afraid. A lot of the times I was afraid of how, like, the connection would end up. Like, would I sever ties, or would I strain the relationship because I said no? And that's how I would literally think, you know. That's why I would be just so quick to say yes and be afraid of saying no, even though I didn't feel like doing it. And it's just like, you got to get out of that mindset if you are a people pleaser, you know. But if you've outgrown that stage, then that's good, because then that means that you're no longer afraid of how other people are going to react if you say no. You know what I'm saying? You are acknowledging your own feelings now, and you're putting yourself first as you should and as you should have been doing, okay? So if you are no longer a people pleaser, I'm proud of you. But let me know if you agree with this. Like, what do y'all think in the comments below? Do you think people pleasers, are they kind? I mean, do you agree with this quote? Like, they're not kind. They're not really kind. They're just afraid. You know what I'm saying? Or do you think, no, they're kind. They have big hearts. Let me know. I want to know what y'all think down below. And if this is your first time listening to me, make sure you subscribe because I would love to have you a part of my tribe. I will talk to you guys later. Love y'all. Car, signing out.